Hey, what's up guys? This is a quick update video. If you guys watched the previous Hangout, number 6 that I did, you'll know that I have been battling with the new kind of switch up on YouTube with everyone, pretty much all the gaming channels being downgraded to affiliate channels, meaning that we all get scrutinized by YouTube's content ID system, and then subsequently we get a shitload of strikes and we stop being able to monetize our videos. So, alongside my day job, I've been having to deal with that shit. So, as far as I can tell, so far what's happened is there were two major sweeps. So I think there was a 2 or 3 day period where I got about 30 claims, and then everything was good for 2 or 3 days, and then I had like another day or two where I got about 20 more. So I think I ended up with somewhere between 40 and 50 copyright claims overall. And the unfortunate thing is because from what I ended up reading afterwards, there's some developers like Ubisoft that came out and said we support these video creators. They can claim their content. They can monetize it. They can do what they want, because obviously these guys are smart enough to realize just how much of a service these videos are doing to their sales and their games. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't seen a particular decline in game sales since YouTube gaming videos became a thing. But yeah, like I was saying, the trouble is the companies, the developers that seem to be the most strict about this are Square Enix, Konami, and I think Sony at the moment. I've had a few claims from Sony. So the problem here is that a lot of the claims from that people have been getting have been to do with background music and certain tracks that the record labels have been claiming or whatever. Now this isn't too big a deal because worst comes to worst, you have YouTube's audio removal tool, and that enables you for most videos at the moment to remove the offending track, and then that way you can get your video back and you won't have a content ID claim anymore. So before that used to be for only videos that have under 10,000 views, but now they, as far as I know from what I've read, they're trying to expand it to include pretty much all videos. So if that ends up being implemented, then that will help to some extent. And I've managed to get a few copyright stuff, copyright claims removed, because I've been able to remove the offending track. So that's one good thing that's come out of it. But other than that, the problem with things like Square Enix is that they claim audio and visual stuff. So we've got audio visual content administered by Square Enix, and they claim it right at the beginning of the video. So there's not really too much you can do. If it was at a point in the video where you could perhaps remove it or re-upload a slightly sliced down version, then perhaps, but they put the claim in straight away. And obviously when it's audio visual content, there is nothing you can do. You either delete the video or you start disputing. So that's what I did. I wasn't sure if this was, to be honest, as far as I know, I haven't really read any kind of big statements from Square Enix saying we are completely backing up YouTube system here. We do not want anyone uploading and monetizing Square Enix content. And because of that, I decided to try my luck with disputes and that kind of stuff. So I don't really need to explain the dispute process to you guys. It's very simple. You just try to make a case that you're not harming the original content, it's fair use, and you're trying to help promote the series or the game or whatever. And then the people that place the claim, they have to have a look through and decide whether they agree with you or not. So that is the status at the moment. I have disputed every single claim that I have received. At the end of the day, most of my content is Konami or Square Enix anyway. So if all of these videos end up not being able to be monetized, then my channel is pretty much screwed because I'm hardly earning anything. Most of my other content, they're not really very popular videos. So it's a huge hit for all of these. As you can see, 200,000 views, 90,000 views, 116. As you can see, these are some of my biggest videos, 342, etc. So I disputed claims, and I think Konami has not responded to any of them yet, and neither has Sony. So Konami and Sony, they obviously either they don't really care about this and they're just going to wait for the 30 days to expire, and hopefully once that happens, then that means I'll get the content back if they don't follow up their claim. But Square Enix continue to be a little bit annoying, and what they did, obviously as soon as this video here got a content ID claim, I had to try disputing it, because obviously it is up until yesterday it was my it was my most viewed and monetized video that I had, and it pulls in like 100,000 views a month. So this is not the kind of video that I wanted to lose. So I submitted a dispute, and within a few days they decided to reinstate their claim. Now again, I'm not really sure how automated that system is, whether they have a thing where they say this guy disputed your claim, and an automatic system just says no, we're going to reinstate our claim. Because I have other Square Enix videos that I have disputed, but these haven't been responded to in any way, so I'm not really sure. Anyway, they reinstated their claim. So basically they're saying no, you cannot have this video. It was blocked worldwide, so there was absolutely nothing I could do. And then I had a choice of appealing. So what I did was appeal to try once again to get the video back. And what happens when you appeal is you either get a copyright strike or you get the content back. So I pushed another level of disputing, and Square Enix still, they seem to be standing firm. They gave me a strike, and I have these two videos were grouped into one strike. So at the moment I have one strike on my channel out of a possible 3. So the channel is still safe for now, and as long as more content ID claims don't roll in, hopefully it stays that way. But time will tell. So once I got the strikes, I figured it's only 1 out of 3, so it's worth a counterclaim. But I highly doubt they're going to take me to court and try and do anything extremely serious with this. So just to see are they really really backing up what they're saying with this stuff, I disputed the strike, and we have 10 days to find out what's going to happen. So if you've watched any of my copyright videos before, you'll know the drill. You send your notification in, and they have 10 days to either retract their claim and to restore the video, or take further action. So we're going to see what happens. Either you're going to see me on the news as the first guy to ever get taken to court for uploading YouTube videos, or they're going to retract their claim. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen. If they retract the claims, then that means that obviously it is YouTube's system that's fucked this all up, and Square Enix aren't overly concerned about this stuff. So eventually that will mean that I will have to dispute everything. So even if these videos get for example this one here, if they reinstate their claim, then I'll know that this is an automated thing, they're not really serious about it. So I'll continue to dispute everything until eventually, obviously the aim is to get all of these back and all of them monetized again. And it will mean that I would have lost about 6 weeks worth of revenue, but as I mentioned in my previous video, I can live with that. It's not too much of a big deal. Luckily I have a day job, so this isn't paying the rent for me or whatever, so it's not too much of a big deal. But yeah, as far as I know now, the networks are in a bit of a strange position, because they have all of these affiliate channels. They have, let's just say we're talking about a big network here, and they have thousands of affiliated channels that actually they're not really providing any service for anymore. You could argue they promote your channel, which is kind of bullshit really. Then they're not promoting anyone. And the main reason why anyone ever joined a network was because we could have the whole monetize our videos without having copyright issues. And now that they can't offer that to us anymore, then all they're really doing is taking a slice of our profits and not really giving us anything in return. So these guys are smart. They gave us all lock-in contracts back when my channel was small and I wasn't able to get any contract offers from anywhere. I had to lock my channel into like a 3-year contract. So I think I have about 2 years left to go. So unless something has happened in my contract that I'm able to appeal to my network and say what's going on, guys, this isn't really the service that we signed up for. But I highly doubt they're gonna do that, because even if all of these videos are claimed, as long as I'm still partnered with their network, my remaining videos, they're going to continue to earn their slice. So I see no incentive for them to release my channel. So at the moment it seems like I'm going to stay partnered with the network that I'm currently with, but I'm going to do a little bit of research. I don't really have too much time at the moment. I'm going to go on holiday tomorrow, so I'm going to kind of forget about YouTube for a couple of weeks anyway. But I'll kind of do some research and see if it's worth staying partnered, or whether I have a case for maybe getting out of my lock-in contract. So yeah, that's the latest with all the copyright stuff. Everything, even though it says it doesn't say disputed, for example, for this video here, it has been disputed. For some reason YouTube hasn't updated it. Maybe because I did so many, it's kind of fucked it up or whatever. But the latest is that everything has been disputed on my channel. Some have gone well. I haven't actually had anything retracted yet. The only copyright claims I've managed to get rid of have been because I've used the audio removal tool. I haven't actually had any disputes where they've come back and said, okay, fine, you've disputed, we'll give you your content back. So that's a bit worrying, but I'm hoping that in the worst way, once the 30 days are up, most of these guys aren't going to respond back and follow up their claims, and then I'll get my videos back. And then we'll see what happens. So I have one strike on the channel currently. As long as it doesn't start to spread across the other videos, I should be safe for now. So I mentioned, the channel might get terminated or whatever, but hopefully at the moment that's not a risk. I have one other appeal actually. This was the first video that I actually got claimed. This was the first video. So I appealed it, not knowing that I was going to end up getting 50 more. So this appeal could potentially turn into a strike. But this was one of the first ones I appealed and they haven't responded yet, so I don't know what's going to happen. If this turns into a strike, then I'll have 2. And as far as I know, that is the only appeals I have, so hopefully, yeah. So hopefully in the worst way, even if they decide to strike that video as well, that's only going to be 2. And that should mean that I won't have more than 3 at once, so I won't lose the channel. So yeah, heading into 2014, you guys have heard my plans. If the channel is still running, and especially after the first couple of weeks of the new year, most of these things will be either resolved or continuing. If I have managed to resolve a lot of my copyright issues, that should give me the boost I need to continue to make videos, and then that will mean more content from me. But if it continues to go pear-shaped, we have another round of content ID claims. So for example, if we look at this, the Last of Us series, I think out of 22 episodes I had 4 that were claimed. So I don't know if that's going to be it, or whether eventually maybe the other ones just haven't been through the system yet, and eventually all 22 are going to be claimed. We still have that. We still don't know what's going to happen with that. If it ends up being all claimed, then once again it's bye bye YouTube. But at the moment it's at a low enough level that I can just about scrape through, and I'll just have to be more careful with what I upload in the future. So obviously upcoming games like Final Fantasy 13-3, Final Fantasy 15, Gran Turismo, what am I saying? Metal Gear Solid 5. These games are, if this claiming system continues, then obviously I'm not going to be able to upload those videos, because as soon as I upload that stuff, it's just going to get claimed, and I'm not going to be able to monetize it. So then it's just going to be left to the massive, managed channels that are going to be able to create their own little monopoly, where there's probably going to be so few gaming channels that are going to be managed that they're just going to steal all of the views off everyone, and each of their videos is going to have like 15 million views, and they're going to be laughing straight to the bank, while the rest of us either leave YouTube or just earn pennies. So yeah, that's all. I have a Final Fantasy 7 episode that I'm trying to finish editing. I don't know if I'm going to get that done in time, because obviously I have preparations for the flight tomorrow and for the holiday, so we'll see what happens. If I don't get to upload it, this will be the last video I upload for 2013. It's been a very strange year. It's been full of highs, and especially now it's been full of lows. If you want to find out more about my YouTube story, kind of look at my Hangout related videos and my copyright related videos, and you'll see all of the stuff that I've been through this year to get this channel to where it is today. And we'll see what happens in the future. If I can have another 2014, if I could share the highs of 2013 with 2014, hopefully by this time next year this channel will be seriously doing really well, and that would be a dream. But we'll see what happens. It's all in the balance right now. So yeah, that's all from me. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas and a great New Year. And if you haven't seen some of my videos already, see them now, because you never know, the channel might not be here in a few weeks' time. So watch those videos that you've been meaning to watch, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas/New Year break. Alright, see you guys later. Take care.